Bill, a couple of changes. Firstly, Selwyn being omitted from the side, can we get some thoughts around that?
Yeah, Selwyn's just not quite 100% at the moment. He's been playing, with injections and that sort of stuff, and collective with a few things that he would like to work on in his game. We just thought it was best for Selwyn to have a rest, and the Broncos have got the bye this week, and I'm pretty sure if the Broncos were playing, that Selwyn wouldn't be playing for the Broncos. So I just felt that this was the best thing for him personally and the best thing for the team.
You've been a big one on habits in club football.
Yeah.
Can relate to Origin, and he hasn't had the best couple of games. That would have been something that you'd identified as well, regardless of his form in game one.
Yeah, like I said, it's a collective. It's there's a few things that Selwyn's just turned 22, and sometimes we forget these guys are still young men, developing physically. They're still developing their game, and they're still building that consistency in their game. And everyone's different. It's not one size fits all, and I just felt that this was the right thing for Selwyn to have a break, and he'll be playing in a Maroon jersey before we know it again.
What about Capewell? He's come back into the side, and you've got him as 17, so he fills that role, I guess that utility role. Why did you bring him back? He's obviously done the job before.
Yeah. Again, it's the collective of all those things. He's got great versatility in his game. He's never let Queensland down. He was playing extremely well before he hurt his calf a month ago, and obviously love the actions and the habits that he's got in his game. They've got great depth in the forwards over there, and he's had 2 games back. He's nice and healthy, and looking forward to Capewell getting back out there in the Maroon jersey.
What's the process for Reece in this next 10 days, just to make sure with clearance and everything?
He's got clearance. He's good. He's good.
Is there any questions? And I understand it, he lit him up in that first 7 minutes, but Bill, you like to see form in clubland as well. So was there any thoughts that potentially you'd stay with Hammer at fullback at all?
No, not at all. Reece is Queensland's fullback right now. Hammer's Queensland centre right now, and I saw a fair bit of form in his preparation, Reece, and looking forward to helping him go after that preparation again.
There's a few things you trained for with Reece, obviously, that you obviously didn't get to use because he wasn't out there for long, but there are some exciting things we still haven't seen from him. Billy, would that
There's a few exciting things in his game, yeah.
What in particular are you looking forward to?
We'll build on that throughout the week, and the one thing that the team knows is they know it's not going to happen again unless they make it happen, and that goes for individuals as well. So our preparation is really important to go after individually and collectively as a team. Whether it's Reece Walsh, Pat Carrigan, Lindsay Collins, they're all in the same boat, and they're all pretty keen to get after it.
You must have loved what you've seen from Felice too. I mean, I know he was in your team anyway, and he was 18th man before, but we've seen him play in the middle as well and do such a great job for the Dolphins, as well as where you played with him on the back row. That's really helpful for Queensland, I guess, Bill. Yeah,
he's a wonderful player. Look, I've played in a premiership winning team with Felice. I've played for Queensland alongside Felice. He makes his footy team better. He's got great actions in his game, and he did a great job, in game 1 at 18th man to come on the field and perform the way he did. Unfortunately spent a bit of time on the sideline last year, and he's been a big part of this Queensland team over a number of years. So now he gets his opportunity to prepare as knowing that he's going to be playing, and he's really earned that.
In the last 2 weeks, Bill, you've spoken to the NRL about just making sure this game doesn't get overshadowed by high hits and targeting players, because as people have mentioned before, you want your stars to be playing. People go there to 100,000 people are hopefully going to go there and watch the likes of not just Reece Walsh, the Hammer, all these people. That's what people brings bums on seats. Have you spoken to the NRL about that?
My focus and energy goes towards our preparation now. Everyone's got their job, and everyone will do their job. My job right now is to help our players be at their best for that 80 minutes at the MCG, and that's where all my energy is going to go into.
But you haven't spoken to him?
What about Hammer? Bill, he's a try-scoring machine in Origin footy, and then he's scored one of the greatest tries we've seen in the NRL era. play
Yeah.
both positions. I mean, what have you made of what he's brought to the table for the Maroons, and what's still to come with him?
I still think there's plenty to come in his game, and I'm excited about helping him get there. He's a wonderful player, and like you said, he can play multiple positions. The great thing is just getting him out on the field and getting him involved in the game. So we've all got a responsibility there. His teammates have got a responsibility to bring him into the game, and that's what we're going to try and outlay in the next 10 days. We've got 10 days of preparation to try and build that.
Your initial thoughts on the New South Wales side, 5 changes in it. It looks, and no disrespect to the players there, it looks a stronger side this time around than game one.
They're all strong, Cobbo. Like they've got great players. We're not disrespectful to that, and we certainly won't be disrespecting individuals or their team as a collective in our preparation. We'll give them the time that they deserve in our preparation, but we won't be disrespecting our game either. Our game is our priority, and that'll be the first and foremost thing that we focus on.
Are they more dangerous with controlling the team?
I'm not sure. They're a dangerous team. They were a dangerous team in game one. They've got good players, and they've all got different strengths. We'll certainly be aware of what they bring as football players individually. But I don't know. That's an argument for someone else.
Just on Selwyn, when you told him, how did it react?
Yeah, look, I've got a great relationship with Selwyn. Had a lengthy and deep discussion with him yesterday. We're all on the same page.
Can you talk about the extended selections?
Yeah.
The youngsters that are in the odds as well?
Yeah. Look, I was really impressed with Ezra and Brendan Piakura in game one. Again, they're both 21 years old. Ezra's played every game this year. I felt individually, like personally for them, they needed a break. They've had some tough games for the Broncos of late, and I just felt it was best for them to have a week off and get away from the game a little bit. And for Helam and Trent, they've really earned this opportunity. You don't win a raffle ticket to come into this camp and be in that position. They've earned it through their actions, through their club. Helam's overcome adversity over the last few years, and he's playing to the standard of this footy team. Trent's the same. I work with Trent closely down in Melbourne, and I know what he brings to his footy team, and I really like that in a player. So they've been great. For Gags, it was a phone call last night that was really enjoyable. Sometimes it can go either way. It's a position where you're in the team but you're not quite in the team, and for him to take it like a true Queenslander, like he's taken all the conversations, and I've got no doubt that Dane Gagai will be wearing a Maroon jersey in the future again. So I look forward to that day.
Well, can you just talk us through, I guess, the opportunity that's in view and potentially knocking up the series, but then also the challenge of playing in Melbourne as a G and
it's big picture stuff, isn't it? Our mind does wander there, but it's really important to bring it back to where we are right now and what we can control. I think the MCG's a really unique one. Spending a lot of time down in Melbourne over the last 20 years, and seeing that iconic stadium. It's a real coliseum, and it's going to have 100,000 people in there. Watching 34 players, which is pretty cool. I've had the opportunity to play at the MCG, and I just remember that roar and that atmosphere when I ran out. So, that's all ahead of these players, and that's exciting. But it's really important that we just keep our head where our feet are right now. It's a bit boring, but it's so important for us as a coaching staff. It's so important for us as a playing group.
It's a scene of one famous Queensland win, and one only at the Duke, the 1995 side. That's the last time you won there.
Two will be nice.
It was an amazing performance, wasn't it? Do you go back and look at those sort of achievements of that 95 side?
Yeah, sometimes.
The MCG?
Look, our history is really important to us. That's why we're standing here at Suncorp Stadium, doing this. That's a conscious decision what we do with things like that. Our history is really important to us. I just saw Wally Lewis floating around there before. So sometimes we do touch on our history and connect to it, but I'm not sure if we'll go back and look at that.
Is it difficult with a game plan, with that circular field and trying to get your bearings? I know these guys are very professional, but when you're looking at your game plan and you're playing in what you call a coliseum compared to the normal rectangular field, is that difficult? And is it what you adjust to over the next 10 days, and you put some expertise in that because you've played in those kind of venues before?
I think it's different rather than difficult. Look, it gives you a different picture, but at the end of the day, it's more just a different atmosphere rather than a difficult atmosphere. You still have to play on a rugby league field. There might be a bit of extra grass outside that before the stadium sort of comes in, but those things we'll become accustomed to once we get down to Melbourne. We get an opportunity to go and have a little run on the MCG and get our bearings, and the kickers will have a kick and the catchers will have a catch, and we'll get on with things.
Can we just circle back to Reece briefly? What gives you confidence he'll be
Wow, it's the game. He'll be okay. He's good. He's good to go, Reece.
Game one, Bill, you're adamant having the outside back on the bench was the right way to go. You justified. Why not this time?
I've just spoken about the reasons why. Selwyn's not in the team, and Kurt Capewell is a very versatile player, which I've just voiced there before. So they're the reasons. I can't be any more clear, or I don't have any more words clear than the words that I've already spoken.
He's really a centre as well, isn't he? He's played centre.
Kurt. Yeah, he's played a lot of centre in Origin, so he's done a great job. Doesn't matter what number's on his back, doesn't matter what position he's playing on the field. He's never let Queensland down.
How was that run home for him?
Yeah, really good. Even the one to Felice Kafusi, Healham and Trent, like they're really exciting phone calls, and comes with the territory. You've got some good ones and you've got some tough ones, and the good ones are good and the tough ones are tough. But really enjoyable phone calls to make, and I think Kurt had to work pretty hard to find his passport. I think his team manager at the Warriors wouldn't pick up his phone last night, so he was nearly on a boat. But he's here now, and he's pretty excited.
And just Jermaine, is that just injury?
Yeah.
And Felice's haircut is
Staying? I don't know. I certainly won't be getting one like that, but each to their own.
This year, NRL on 9 is your one-stop shop for all footy.
That's right, Freddie. Not about the highlights, action, 7 days a week.
Billy and Gus podcast, get that on your drive on the way home. Immortal Behaviour, grab a seat on the couch for that, and of course my favourite, Freddie in the 8.
The best footy brains, the biggest games.
Don't trust the algorithm, subscribe to NRL on 9 and get all your entertainment there.